Okay, what's up guys? Part 2. I'm actually really excited as the series is a lot of fun. So, last video we left off with a war between the Ottomans getting destroyed and Germany taking Transylvania without the permission of Russia, who was their ally. Now they don't like each other, and the same rules as last video. I'm not going to go over them. I'll just quickly. No rebellions, colonial borders, but this, blah, 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 blah. Only rebellions can be in places where there are current rebellions or in occupied territories. And countries are, so British India can't rebel. There was something I wanted to say which I forgot. Countries, current relations and historical relations don't exist. However, Germany and Russia don't like each other in this reality as well, which leads to them going to war. And quickly, both of them look to call up allies, and they do just this. So, both sides look to get the Brits involved, but they do not want to. However, Russia is able to... Do I even want to include the allies in this? You know what? No, this could be a one-on-one war. Okay, here we are, Germany versus Russia. This plus Germany has some colonies. I thought about making this. Let's go, let's get my map out. Okay, so here we are. Germany versus Russia. The border follows roughly the Vistula River, which kind of goes like this. So it definitely extends a bit like that, but whatever. Both countries, most of this fighting will be in Europe. Let's start. So, immediately German forces push into Greece, capturing the peninsula, followed by a combined push from all sides into Bulgaria, which goes successfully. And, by the way, this war won't be in so much detail as it's still very early and it's only a one-on-one war. Once this is over, though, there's only going to be so many countries left. So this won't be in so much detail, but the next wars probably will. However, a Russian invasion has Sumoy, Northern European peoples rebel up here, and a push is started into Germany. The forces from Romania push into Serbia. They even captured Belgrade. I'm going fast, I don't really care though. They captured Belgrade, causing the entire surrender of German Serbia, as well as Kosovo, leaving a ton of these troops completely surrounded. However, the main German force is up in the north, which is able to capture all of Poland, and this Kaliningrad is already owned by them. However, a push into the Baltics goes very successfully with some smart military planning, and a Finnish landing is made in Sweden, which does fall, causing Norway to fall as well, and Russia and Germany both gain, exchange land. Forces from, so now, in a surprise move, we have the British actually joining this war in hopes of gaining land, so they make an agreement where they get all of this. This is given to the Russians, and now with the Brits officially in this war, Germany's kind of fucked. They make one final desperate attempt to capture St. Petersburg and hopefully from there have some leverage. However, they are stopped just outside the city, and the Russian holdout is strong. It just kind of stays there. And with it, the Germans look pretty fucked. So I'm gonna speed this up. I don't feel like going into detail. We have a few things. The Brits capture. They agree to partition it like this. Those two go to the British. This goes to the Russians. Germany was never strong in this, just so you know. Slovakia and this part of Poland returns to Russia, as well as the Baltics. By the way, they managed to capture the Germans. This is so messy, oh my god. The Brits take Czechia, and Germany. That doesn't work. That works. Okay. A landing is made in the Netherlands, which goes successfully. And Russia takes Denmark, leaving just the state of Germany. Actually, you know what? All of Poland is given to the Russians. That's better. And, should we divide Germany? No, Germany, the French actually are helping, and they get Germany. Yes, that's a good idea. France, actually no, France doesn't get Germany. We're gonna split Germany like this, watch. France could get this area down south. So like Bavaria. The Brits can get the Rhine-Ruhr region in the west, as well as this northern area. And then the Russians could get this area in the east. Very colorful Germany. As far as colonies go, the French get all this. The Brits get Namibia. There's definitely more. Yep. Cameroon. We're just basing this off World War One. And then this is given to the French. Okay. There's definitely one more I'm forgetting. Was one of this German? No, it couldn't be. Right? Yeah, don't think so. Okay. Let's do this map. So, this was all given to the Brits. This was given to the wait. Yeah. This was given to the Russians. Germany was split kind of like this, I'd say. Yeah, that looks accurate. And then this was given to the Russians. Okay, there you go. Germany's gone. Now we have another war. So with that, Britain and Russia have just fought 2 wars as allies. And now they are becoming close. And the world doesn't like this, so no, let's not do that. We need a major war to break out, and 2 countries really like each other, Britain and Portugal. So those 2 form a permanent alliance. However, it is powerful, so the rest of the world, Russia stays neutral as they just fought a war, and this isn't good. Britain just fought a war, but they're better. Russia just fought a war. They're unable to do anything really, as if they couldn't join. They have good relations with Britain. So Britain and Portugal basically form an alliance. The rest of the world, counter to this alliance, Spain joins Spain and France versus Britain and Portugal. Yeah. It's a big war, but let's do it. Spain and France versus Spain and Portugal. So the first thing we have is, so we're gonna have two major fronts, one in Africa, one in, or three, one in Africa, one in the Americas, one in Europe. I guess in Asia, Spain and France are, yeah. Wait, this black is, oh, Java was German, I forgot. The French got Java. Jesus Christ, I'm stupid. Okay, let's start this war now, or do we save it? No, we started. Okay, so, by the way, the US doesn't join. So immediately, the, French quickly push into Guyana. So, the French and Spanish have a strategy where they have to attack quickly wiping out the Portuguese, and leading to a quick, like, we're not gonna have it, like, the Portuguese could just escape to Brazil, like they've done before. However, we will have the first major Spanish invasion be into Portugal, into the north. Okay. Spanish forces push up north, and they quickly capture the city of Porto. However, a defensive line is established, and the city of Lisbon is actually put under siege. What color was that? You know, screw this. The city of Lisbon is put under siege. However, the Brits kind of march into it, and they kind of take it for themselves, which kind of forces Spanish forces to not be able to go elsewhere. In the meantime, Britain is attempting to connect the two areas, and if they could do that, they could, like, really be powerful, and they could connect to the North African territories, and the British Isles wouldn't be under threat. So, with most of the sides focused mainly on fighting in Europe for now, that's only what I'm gonna focus on. So yeah, let's do that. Quickly, the French establish naval superiority in this area, allowing for a quick capture of the Netherlands, meaning, and now they kind of retreat some of that naval stuff to just the coast. The Russians, once again, are sitting this one out. But now East Germany, or West Germany, is kind of surrounded, and the French managed to take this part of Germany over, leaving a familiar Germany. Okay. So now the French and Spanish are doing pretty well. With the Portuguese effectively out of the war, Lisbon fell to the Spanish, meaning Spain is now able to focus much of its troops on the helping France. By the way, fighting is going on in Africa, but nothing is happening. British forces in North Africa, actually, mainly in, like, British forces in India, which don't share a border. No, in, like, Pakistan, yeah. Pakistani forces in the British Empire are starting to arrive, and they managed to capture Corsica, and they start a push into Germany, and they start going towards Munich, and this is where we don't get to see a big battle of Munich, but we still get to see a battle of Munich, which results in a British victory, leaving the entirety of southern Germany to fall to the Brits. While this is happening, the Spanish forces are starting to arrive, and they actually managed to push into Italy. They capture Milan, this is technically Spanish. They captured Milan, and then from there they retake Corsica, this time under Spanish control. And with it, France and Spain are, this is gonna take way too long, this war. Why am I doing this? Do I put Russia in this war? No, I can't. I might have to do no. Oh, by the way, Syria falls. That's the only major thing outside of Europe that happened so far. So does Equatorial, no, that's part of, what am I doing? These two places fall. All of these, surrounded West African nations fall. Except Nigeria, obviously. Fighting's going on, just not important. With the new gained momentum on both sides, a quick Spanish invasion quickly wins at the Battle of Venice, cutting off the Italian peninsula. However, they could just simply go around, so it might not be so effective. However, now they quickly march, using that momentum, they push into Slovenia, and now it truly is cut off. From there, a combined French and Italian force, a French-Spanish force, they win. I'm just going to spoil that right here. They win. They agree to partition it. Austria and Czechia are given to this. However, France gets Switzerland and West Germany. Just like that, the Brits have suffered a major defeat, and they really don't want to fight this war anymore. They are not happy with what they just lost. Yeah, they're really not happy with what they just lost. Spain just took control of northern Italy as well as this area. The Brits still control this, though. This is controlled by, and then West Germany and East Germany. I think that's where I'm gonna end it. The Brits are pretty mad. Actually, no. The Brits leave the war under the condition that these borders. Actually, no. Italy. This part of Italy is given to the Spanish, and then the French, who are kind of jealous that the Spanish get so much. The French get Malaysia and Borneo. Yeah, as that's near where they are. So with the British out of the way, that leaves only the Portuguese in this war. And, they don't really stand a chance. Yeah, a quick Brazilian offensive marches into Peru. They cut they cut it off, but it doesn't really do much as that quickly gets recaptured, leaving to basically all of the forces in Brazil being surrendered. British forces began to leave Luanda, and hence French forces are able to quickly, not Luanda, Angola. Guinea-Bissau exists, I forgot. Yeah, and there's also Portuguese, which unfortunately does not go so well for them. Just like that, the French and Spanish, Brazil is now slowly being encircled in on, because I'm kind of running out of time, I guess. The French push into the north, and they agree to just partition it north-south, which might not be the most fair, and yeah, because most population lives down south, I'll do this. The Spanish, I still think they get majority in population. And just like that, Portugal has been eliminated and Britain has been severely weakened. yeah. And now France and Spain are very powerful, as they now control a lot more. Okay, that's the end of this video.